Hello, everyone. So my question to you is, have you ever been bullied by a customer? Yes, it happens sometimes. And how can you deal with it? Well, in this video, I will show you how I handled being bullied by a customer using a real example. In this business, we are always learning new things every day. If you have not gone through being bullied by a customer like this, I'm sorry to say, but you eventually will. And when it happens, this is how I recommend you to handle the situation. Look, one thing to mention before jumping into the example is that eBay has your back as a seller with eBay Seller Protection. It tells you how to handle buyers that want to return items even though it's not your fault, so you don't have to pay for return shipping according to your policy. Now let me show you a real example of what happened to one of my stores. First, a little backstory. I have worked with the same supplier for about 5 years. My shipping policy is 10 days handling time and 11 to 35 business days shipping time. My return policy is on the buyer and I offer 60 days for returning the item. I don't have a lot of returns even when I offer 60 days, and some of the sellers I work with from AliExpress don't offer returns at all. The risk is on me. All my items are free shipping, and I calculate that into the listing of the selling price. So now that we have that information, let me give you an overview of the situation. A buyer bought an item for $10. The product is a water stopper, and it has a size stated in the photos and in the listing. The item was paid on March 12th, shipped on March 16th, and delivered on March 30th. Let me share the process and go through it together with you. This is my inbox, the third message from the bottom, then it all starts. I opened the message I received from the buyer to see how I could help him, and I saw what he wrote. So I went ahead and checked if I had previous communication with this particular buyer. I copied this buyer's username and pasted it into the all message page search bar. And then I saw that I actually didn't have any previous communication with him. At the same time, he opened a return case stating that the item didn't fit. Well, of course, I messaged him back saying that if I sent the wrong size, I'm very sorry, and I would send him a full refund. So I did ask him to take a photo of the size of this particular item to see if it was the same size that I stated in my listing. He simply replied that he didn't like it, and I told him that if the item is okay and it's the same size as my listing, then he has to send it back on his own expense. Well, he wrote back saying, I return for free. How are you guys? Say pay shipping. I need a free label, please. I went on to tell him that I don't offer free returns. I sell the item with free shipping, but it's actually calculated in the price. I will not send a free return label. I also added that you missed checking the size and I don't need to pay for it. He replies that it's not the size that's the issue. He just doesn't like it. Well, I told him that's okay. I accept the return and that he needed to send it for a refund. I started a chat with eBay customer service and wrote all of the info and asked them to check it out. So as you can see, long story short, I was covered. The buyer needs to send the item on his behalf, and just a few moments after, I received a message that eBay asked the buyer to ship the item until April 21st. So to wrap up this video, if you have all the information about the item written in the photos and in the item specifics, and you're familiar with the item as well as the eBay seller protection policy, then you have no need to worry about getting a low feedback score or losing money with customer bullying. Also, if you have any bullied by customer stories, we would love to read them and how they were resolved. So let us know those by commenting down below. Have a good one, and I will see you next time.